it's my absolute pleasure to bring on my first guest. She's a former First Lady of Prince George's County and a former County Council member, and a person who truly believes in second chances. And she is joining me, Leslie Johnson, Director of Returning Citizens and Community Partnerships for Prince George's County, who's making incredible strides in supporting formerly incarcerated women in our county. But I don't think you just work with women. Is that the case, Leslie?
That's right. We work with all formerly incarcerated persons, men and women. Yes.
Well, I want to thank you, one, for joining us. And I just am, so happy to know that this is your passion.
Absolutely.
It's your belief that everyone deserves a second chance. So let's talk about that and some of the experiences you've had there.
My pleasure. First of all, thank you for having me, and thank you to the Washington Informer that has done so much in our community for so many years. So I just am grateful that you are still in business and still informing us of what we need to know. Let me just say that I have been involved in the reentry space since 2003, when I was the First Lady of Prince George's County. And I was able to start empowerment programs in our correctional facility here in the county. Those were empowerment programs for women. We also were able to open the first transitional home for women who had completed their time in the Prince George's County Correctional Facility. And with that, we were also able to not only have that house, which was called Leslie's House. I did not name it. But we also had a clothing facility there, because a lot of the women come out and they have nothing. And so we were able to give them the clothing that they needed to go forth into the community. We also helped them get services that they needed, so that when they came out, they would become productive members of our community here in Prince George's County. So that was in 2003. Then I had my own justice involved experience. And as a result of that, when I returned, I was able to work in the Mission of Love Charities Incorporated, teaching returning citizens life skills, workforce development, and so forth. And also, I was able to, with others, found an organization called Pathway to Healing and Restoration. Because when you are away, I saw up close and personal that many of the women that I was in the dormitory with, they never received a letter, and a lot of those women never received a visit. They were essentially forgotten persons. And so I vowed to God and to the women I left behind that I would do something to try to change that dynamic. And so in 2017, we started Pathway to Healing and Restoration. And since that time, we have sent out to men and women incarcerated all over the country in excess of 4,500 letters. And that has been a blessing. My missionaries are the ones that send the letters out. And when we receive the return, the responses, they have been incredible. And oftentimes they say, you're the only ones that write to us. And so we are grateful.
That is, you're right. Women are forgotten.
Yes.
And I'm, since 2003, Leslie, have you, the statistics show that there are increasing numbers of women
yes.
going into the judicial system,
being That's incarcerated.
Correct. And you talk about that a little bit, because, and what impact you're hoping to have in that population, decreasing that number.
Yes. So the numbers have increased, unfortunately. And it's for a lot of reasons. You know, when people fall on hard times, and oftentimes they do desperate things that causes them to be incarcerated. And so what we try to do, and here at the office, the state's attorney's office, we have what we call a female emerging adults program. We also have a male emerging adults program that is for persons who are currently incarcerated between the ages of 18 and 26. And what we have partnered with an organization that actually gives them training to help them overcome some of the challenges that they've had. So they have mental health help. They talk about resource workforce development, how to overcome self-esteem issues. There's a whole gamut. And we have a female program and a male program. And what happens is once these people, the persons leave the facilities, they're also continuing to partner with the resource entity that we have partnered with so that they can become successful. And they have been hugely successful. They have not, the persons that have graduated from those programs have not returned to the facilities. They are doing very, very well. And I actually get on to it's a virtual program, and I actually take part with the women's program.
I was just getting ready to go there because I was going to say, you know, you said I know you're not a one woman crusader. I know that there are others out there, but there might be others who are watching. You know, when you talk about they come home and they don't have, you know, maybe clothes that they can, I mean, everyday clothes, regardless of clothes, try to go for job interviews. They may not have prospects for jobs.
Right.
And people, particularly small businesses, you're talking to one, you know, who may have opportunities for individuals like that. How does the community support, or how can it support the work that your office is doing?
Well, first of all, I can give my email here at the state's attorney's office, and that is lejohnson@co.pg.md.us. And I look at my emails all the time. So if there's an interest in helping those who have returned to our communities, please, please reach out to me. And I don't know if this would be the appropriate time to talk about the upcoming conference that we're going to have.
Yeah.
This was the brainchild of our wonderful state's attorney, Aisha Braveboy. She came to me last year and said, you know, we need to lift up the stories of our justice-involved women and girls. And I said, I'm on it. And so this is actually the second year that we are hosting this conference. And again, it is entitled The Untold Stories of Justice-Involved Women and Girls. This year's overall theme is healing, hope, and homecoming, rebuilding bonds, restoring futures. What is very unique about this conference is that we not only address those women who are currently incarcerated, but we address those who have returned. And so we will actually have a panel of currently incarcerated women, and they will tell their stories. And once they tell their stories, then we have another panel who will address their challenges and concerns right on the spot.
Fantastic.
And then the next panel will be made up of persons who have come home, who may face different kind of challenges. And then we also have persons with lived experiences and subject matter experts to address those. So I think that this conference, as last year's, will be hugely impactful and informative. And I always give a call to action at the end that if you're not doing anything in the reentry space, please consider doing something.
So I'm getting the it's time note here, but I just have a really quick question. One,
yes,
is this can people? There's no cost for coming to the conference.
No, absolutely not.
then no matter where, is it open to people in the DMV or just in Prince
Yes.
George's County?
It's,
Okay.
no, not just Prince George's,
Okay.
to the DMV. And as you see there is a QR code. We're asking everybody because we need to know our numbers in order to adequately prepare. So I'm asking everybody to register. They can go on to our Prince George's County State's Attorney website. The flyer is there. They can scan it
Right.
when
Okay.
they see the flyer using the QR code. And so I would just ask that if they are interested in coming, to please register. We're filling up fast. And it is at the City of Praise Family Ministries, which you see on the flyer,
Right.
8501 Jericho City Drive in Landover.
Right. And I'm the last one because I'm they're pulling me, but
Okay.
have there been sort of like networks, groups of formerly incarcerated women who created support groups among themselves?
Yes, there have been.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
One in particular, and we will have a number of resource vendors that will address the needs of the women. And one of them is called the Life After Release. And they really do a lot with women. We also have the Damascus House, which is a transitional home that has women and men. So there are a number. We have approximately 19 resource vendors, but they will be there too.
Yes. Well, I know that just from watching your life's work and knowing the state's attorney, that you all are adamant when it comes to believing in second chances.
Absolutely.
And I think if people understood more about what that means and how dedicated you are to that, more people would get on board. So yes. I really appreciate you coming here today, sharing this information. The Washington Foreman will be there.
Wonderful
story. So I'm making that commitment now. We're putting it down.
All right, I'm putting you down. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We're honored.
Thanks a lot for being. Tell State's Attorney we said hello. And look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. And it is May 14th.
Right. It's almost June.
I know.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.